You know what? I am bitter. Okay, no, I'm not bitter. But I was. I was a very bitter young man back in the day when it came to trying to date young ladies. It was rough, man. I had a rough time period trying to date members of the opposite sex. High school girls they are some of my greatest adversaries. Some of my greatest opponents have been high school girls. And don't even get me started on white women. Okay. Fine. I'll be serious, alright? I kind of maybe want to like make this video. This video is actually like, I don't know, maybe like a couple of years off of like when I should have made it, but I'm finally doing it now, so too bad. And that is the criticism that I used to get a lot when I started making YouTube videos. And that is, well, you're just bitter. You're bitter. You are bitter. And I guess the point of the comment was to say that because I am bitter about my lack of success in dating women, that means that I don't actually really know what that means. I don't really understand the criticism that some man is bitter because he's complaining about his lack of success with women. I mean, like, I don't understand it for two reasons. I mean, one, like, that's not a criticism. That would be an accurate reflection of his current mood at the moment. He is upset at the fact that he invested his time into a young lady he fancied, and she didn't like him back, and it hurt his feelings. I mean, wouldn't that be a reasonable emotional state to have? My niggas, I don't know. Like, but then more than anything, like, I just don't really see, like, how calling someone bitter is anything more than just what they currently are in the moment. Like, they're salty about the fact that they invested time into something and they didn't get a return. I mean, to be fair, like let's be real about this though for a second, because like maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I'm crazy, but like, if you invest anything, I mean, like anything, like money, time, like if you invest anything, then I would imagine you'd be fucking upset if you don't get a return from it. Like what? Like in what world does it make sense to invest any like money or time or anything into a product and then be like, oh well, it didn't pan out, but I enjoyed the time I spent investing in it. I am so happy that I didn't get nothing out of that. I got nothing. I am so happy. Who works like that? Like, no one works like that. There's not a human being on this earth that would invest anything, like any money or time in any product or any person, and then be happy when it doesn't pan out. Like, isn't being bitter just reason? Like, wouldn't it make sense to just be upset about that? Doesn't that just like how normal human beings operate? Like they care about another human being, like they try to love a woman, and then that woman rejects them or hurts them in some particular way. Like she cheats on him, she does something rude to him, she says something mean to him, she insults his father, or I don't know, whatever shit someone would do, and now he's upset. Like, how is he? Is he not supposed to have emotions and feelings and shit? Because that's what it kind of seems like to me. I mean, to be fair, it's a well-known secret that like women like say they like emotional men, but like they really don't. So maybe it's literally just the act of expressing your emotions like in any circumstance with young ladies is always going to make them feel bad. Well, not always. I mean, it's not every girl, but it's a lot of them. You know, but maybe that's what it is. But it's just the criticism itself has never really stuck with me because you know what? I'll be honest. Like there were periods in my life where like I was indeed, as you would say, bitter about the fact that like women girls that like I cared about didn't like me back. Like yeah, like I'll give you a great degree of examples. There's one girl in high school who, man, I would have to say a nigga was deeply in love with this young lady. And when presented the option to date me or to date someone else, she dated under someone else. And so, my feelings were hurt. And I really, honestly, be honest with you, didn't really give a shit about her relationship with the other person she decided to date. Be honest with you, my feelings were hurt. I didn't care about her and him, and she wanted to talk about him to me, and I'm like, nigga, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't know why you keep. I don't look, man. Like, I care about. I like you. I love you. I don't. Why are you telling me this? And then, like, she broke up with him, and then she dated someone else, and I hated that because, like, I want her to be with me. And I know what some people are thinking. Some people out in the audience are like, well, like, shouldn't you have just been happy that she was happy? No, nigga. No, I was not happy that she was happy with someone else. I want her to be happy with me. Not him. Me. Me. I'm not a cuck, nigga. Why would I be happy to see her with someone else? What? Are you kidding me? Why would that make me happy, nigga? I want her. Motherfucker. Come on, man. Like, don't hit me up with this shit. That's just for the people who want to give me this nonsense. You should just be hit. No, nigga. No. I was not happy. I mean, here's the thing. That's my emotional state when I was like 15, 16. So when I was like a young man, you know. And so what I'm trying to say here is that, like, there were moments where I was salty because my feelings were hurt. And was it fair to expand my hurt feelings onto, like, women in general? Fun fact, I didn't. That's the interesting thing about it. I didn't. I got rejected by ladies all of the time, and I treated each other girl I tried to date afterwards as if she was a completely new, different specimen from the last girl. The irony about that shit was, if I didn't do that, I probably would have had a lot more success with dating women. I'll just be honest with you. I mean, no matter how you slice it, and this is what I've learned, like, women, apparently, in my generation, are honestly not often very different from each other. And that might sound really messed up, and it might sound really sexist. I don't really know how you can have sexist. It might sound rude and messed up, but, like, when you try to date as many women as I have tried to date, like, you will really begin to see just, like, how different most ladies really are not from each other. And so when you really find a girl that, like, is unique and interesting, like, you really want that shit to work, because most of the girls are very similar to each other. I'm just saying. No, okay. Listen, I don't get it. Like, okay, fine. Maybe I can surmise that, like, the idea of calling, like, incels, right? Like, calling an incel, like, a bitter, lonely version, I guess, is, like, an insult, because... How is that an insult again? Like, because again, wouldn't that just be what that person is? Like, he's bitter because he's been rejected by women and doesn't talk to them very often. He's lonely because he doesn't have friends or any females to which to form a long-term relationship with, and he is a virgin. He has not had sex. That's not an insult. That's just a description of what he is. Like, I don't get the reply that, like, somehow the criticisms that are made about, like, how women work and operate in their dating selection is somehow moot now because the individual saying it is bitter. Like, again, I would imagine that would be totally reasonable, that the person who is not having success dating would be able to logically delineate all of the issues and problems that they have with dating because they're not it's not working for them. Like, if any other situation were to be this, where, like, you would try something and it doesn't work for you, you would be able to criticize it. Like my car doesn't work because XYZ. Like, you don't drive a car up to the mechanic and the mechanic's like, oh, you're just a fucking bitter driver, you bitch ass nigga. Man, maybe you should just need to go try again and try to make the car work. Like, people would, like, identify that there's obviously some issue with the car because it's not working for you. And whether it's, like, a simple or small issue, like, you gotta tune it up here or do that, like, there's obviously some kind of problem there. Now, I mean, okay, maybe the analogy doesn't really work very well because, like, cars are mechanical and there's obviously, like, a very objective issue that's, like, going on with the... But you gotta hear me out here, because, like, women do make stupid, dumbass decisions when it comes to dating. Like, come on, like, there are some stupid women out there, and there's some smart women out there that just are bad at dating. And to be able to, like, recognize that pattern and, like, comment upon it, I don't really think becomes moot because the individual doing it is bitter. Now, like, again, I'm not really bitter, not anymore. Like, I was when I was younger, but, like, now, I'm not really angry or, like, upset with women, like, in general because, like, they rejected me, you know, or anything like that. I mean, in some cases, it's actually like a really good thing. Even like the girl in question, like she ended up, I think, if she's not married now, at the very least, she's engaged. If I remember correctly, she was engaged, and I was actually happy for her. I was like, you know what, man, like I'm glad you are engaged. You found someone to be with you. But me, I'm fine now because now I don't really need to be with her because. Well, she didn't even finish high school. No, look, listen, here's my point. Like, you know, like, obviously, the problems, like the way you feel about a person in the past is always going to change later, like, in the future. And, like, the interesting thing for me about being an adult is, like, looking back in the past and, like, seeing kind of how frivolous a lot of things were and being able to, like, analyze it and pull out some good things about it and laugh at some bad things about it. So that's what I like about being an adult in the past and in general. So what I want to say here is that, like, I have the ability to, like, recognize patterns because I'm like a human being and that's what we can fucking do. So I recognize the patterns of like women doing stupid shit when it comes to dating. And I can see the effects that their dumb shit has on, well, like themselves and, well, their children and the men that try to like love them and care about them. So when I comment upon the stupid dumb shit that they do, it is me pattern recognizing all of these different issues. The comment that I am bitter does not remove my ability to recognize patterns, you idiots. Like, the people who think that. Like, seriously, like, how is that even a criticism? I don't get it. I guess maybe what they're trying to do here is to say that because my feelings are hurt, my rational thoughts are no longer rational and they're clouded by all of my hurt feelings. Let's be real. If I were to go around saying that all women are the same, and that all this and that and blah, 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 okay, fine. Maybe you might say that my perspective is a bit skewed because every single problem I've ever had, every single relationship I had with a woman hasn't panned out well. Yes, my perspective would be skewed, but it wouldn't be bullshit because every single problem, like every single relationship I had with a woman was bad. Now I'm just speaking like, say, as an incel, like as like some other guy that's not me. Like every single relationship I had with a woman hasn't been bad. Just for the record. Okay, I'll get back into character. If every single relationship I had with a woman was bad, then why would my frame of reference be good about women? Like, that wouldn't emotionally make any sense either. So to say that someone is bitter because every single relationship has been horrible with women, I don't even think really even addresses the issue that they're having. Like, it would make sense that that person's perspective would be skewed. Now, obviously, you would have to try to realign their perspective to be more reasonable, as to say, well, listen, while it's true all of the problems you had with ladies, I mean, every relationship has been bad, it doesn't mean that every woman is a terrible person. You just have to recognize how you got into these relationships with these women, why you accepted this behavior, how did they get to be this way, and then learn how to avoid it or learn how to try to deal with it or fix it. You know, that's what you would have to do. But again, but to have the emotional feeling is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is to be a bitter person because you've only had bad experiences is reasonable. I'm not saying you should stay bitter. I'm not even saying that being bitter is a good thing. But what I am saying is that being a bitter person when it comes to dating women and not being successful makes fucking sense. And instead of trying to besmirch people for being bitter, you should be trying to help them. Instead of getting upset with incels' comments about women and being all mean and nasty, I don't know, maybe you should help them or try. Now, sure, granted, some incels are people that don't want help, but you should at least try before you just go around calling people bitter, lonely virgins as if that's actually an insult. It's not even an insult. It would just be an inaccurate description. Unless the person isn't a bitter, lonely virgin, I mean, maybe then I guess you could call it an insult, but otherwise it would just be what that person is. And so I really think that comment needs to die because it's stupid. It's a dumb criticism. It's not even a criticism, and it's a dumb insult because it's not an insult. It would just be what the person is currently. So with that being said, man, I just hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and if you did, man, go and click the like button. Shoot, go and click that. Subscribe. Comment in the comments below. As always, you guys have yourselves a great day. I'll see you cool cats soon. Adios.